The Greenlawn Abbey was built in 1927 by the Columbus Mausoleum Company as part of the National City Beautiful movement. Once completed, this magnificent structure became their showpiece mausoleum.
They took and they put inside of it all the bells and the whistles that they could then market when they built other mausoleums. So at the Abbey, you're going to find, it's unusual for a mausoleum, is that it's 2 stories tall with a 2nd story portico with 4 Doric columns coming across the front. It has a red tile roof. It's very reminiscent of the villas of Palladio. Andre Palladio is who inspired Thomas Jefferson when he built Monticello.
Built to last in eternity, with 1.5-inch thick granite walls and marble interior, the Abbey was built to inspire awe. Marble faux fireplaces, stained glass windows, and various statues adorn this beautiful final resting place of many notable figures in Ohio and local history.
Entombed here in the Abbey is Howard Thurston. He's an internationally famous magician around the turn of the century, up until probably about the 30s or 40s. But he was so well known in the magic circles that they're still writing. There was just a book released this summer about him. We also have a couple of the Swisher brothers. 4 brothers own the Swisher Sweet Cigar Company, which is still manufacturing today. We have a couple of the Swisher brothers buried here. We have I.J. Collins. Now this is more of local fame. He's the man who started Anchor Hocking. And there's George Carb. He was the 5-time mayor of Columbus. Oh, and I don't want to forget Louis Sells. He was one of the owners of the Sells Brothers Circus, of which Columbus is so proud. He and quite a bit of his family are buried here.
In 2007, the Greenlawn Abbey was placed on the National Register of Historic Places, thanks to the tireless efforts of volunteers, local businesses, and the Ohio Historical Society.
One thing people often think, though, is when you're on the National Register, it means your building can't be torn down. And that's just not true. All it means is that you'll have a review before they tear it down. So we can't rest on our laurels. We have to become active to save and preserve this building. If, God forbid, something should happen and we aren't successful and the Abbey runs out of money to operate, as an abandoned cemetery, it would become part of the township. Franklin Township doesn't have a lot of money to take care of, much less restore the Abbey. So I wouldn't want to think what would happen then.
Rich with architectural beauty and local history, the Greenlawn Abbey is definitely a treasure worth preserving.
I'm very concerned about what's going to happen here. Columbus has lost a lot of its architectural treasures. And to me, that's what gives a city its character. It's not all modern glass and concrete, but it's history, and that's kind of part of our fabric. And if you don't remember who you were and who came before you, I think that's going to shape how you are, how we will be generations to come. Places like this should be preserved so we don't forget our history.
American architect Frank Gehry once said, "Architecture should speak of its time and place, but yearn for timelessness." With your help, the Greenlawn Abbey could do just that.